Sup nerds, today we have Ultra S Turbo versus Machinedramon. Chris starts us off by hatching Doraemon and then playing Analog Man. I hatch my Suno, Evo into Gabu and Raising, play Matt and Tai for 4, and then play Agumon for 3, tap Matt and Tai to gain a memory, Scourge top 3. I add the Greymon and the Crest Garurumon, and then top deck the Ultra S. Chris triggers Analog Man at the start of his main phase. Trashes to draw 1, gain 1. Then he plays another Analog Man to choke me to 1. Rude. I promote my Gabu, swing on him with 1000 DP. I'm hoping it dies. Evo into Garurumon for 2, trigger Matt and Tai. Play Agu back, Agu Scourges top 3, tap Matt and Tai to gain a memory. I add the Wear, trigger Garu's effect, Evo into Greymon for 0, gain a memory back. Draw from Suno, trigger Gray, Evo into Wear for 1, gain a memory back. Trigger Wear, hard Evo into another Wear. Trigger its effect, Evo into Blitz for 2, trigger Blitz, Evo into Crest for 0. And then trigger Crest to DNA and Ultra S, set Crest to 4, bam, there's Ultra S, deal with it or you die. So Chris triggers 1 Analog Man. Trashes Andromon to gain 1, draw 1. Triggers a second Analog Man. Trashes Metal Greymon to gain 1, draw 1. Evos into Doraemon and Raising. And then Chris hard plays Megadramon for 7. Chokes me to 1. Scourges top 3. He gets to add 1 and tuck 1. And then trashes the rest. So obviously he's adding the Machinedramon, trashes the other Megadramon, and tucks a Megadramon. Obviously Chris is really bricked here. I hatch my Suno, Evo into Gabu and Raising. Swing on him, bot deck is Megadramon and trash top card of security, and then check 1 for 15,000. So that one's trashed, and the check goes through. It's another Analog Man. And then I want to give him as few memory as possible here. So hard play Gabumon for 3, tap Matt and Tai to gain a memory, Scourge, and I add another Ultra S and a Garurumon to hand, and then Ultra S reboots. Alright, so Chris promotes, triggers 1 Analog Man, trashes Metal Tyranno to gain 1, draw 1. Triggers another one, trashes Metal Greymon, gains 1, draws 1. Passes on the third's effect. Then Chris plays Attack of the Heavy Mobile Dudes. Trashes a Chaos X from hand for cost. Hard plays Chaosdramon for 12, gives me 9. Triggers its effect. Tucks Megadramon, Metal Greymon, and Metal Tyrannomon. De-evos my Ultra S by 3. Blitzes into my Greymon, and then Megadramon pops my Gabumon. So it runs me over. And then he reboots, and I start my turn at 9. Thank you, Chris. I promote. Evo into Garu for 2. Trigger Matt and Tai. Play Agu for free. Trigger Matt and Tai, gain a memory. Trigger Agumon. Scourge top 3. Add the Greymon. Trigger Garu. Evo into Gray for 0. Gain a memory, draw a card. Trigger Gray. Evo into Wear for 1, gain the memory back. Trigger Wear. Evo into Metal for 1. Trigger Metal. Evo into Crest for 1. Trigger Crest. Evo into Blitz for 0. Trigger Blitz, de-evo the Chaosdramon. And then DNA and Ultra S. Blow up his Megadramon. Then Evo into Ultra B for 2. We actually have our first chet here. The Ultra B actually should just blow up the Doraemon on Evo. So I swing it as security, trigger Crest to bot deck the Doraemon, and then trigger Blitz to trash a top card of security. And then I trigger Ultra B's effect, trash 3 Megas, and that deletes all 3 Analog Mans on Chris's field and trashes the last security card. And then it's 15k checking for game. So both of those get trashed, and game. So do take game 1. By the way, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And if you're interested in my Ultra S Turbo deck profile, link will be in the pinned comment below. So Chris makes me go first for game 2. Rude. I hatch my Suno, Evo into Gabu. And then play Matt and Ty for 4. Chris hatches his Doraemon. Plays Black Memory Boost, Scourge's top 4. Adds the Hagurumon. Makes sense, he's obviously missing a rookie. Evo's into Hagurumon. Plays another Black Mem Boost, Scourges some more. Adds the Chaos X to hand. Then I play Agumon for 3, Scourge top 3. I do get max value. I add the Greymon and the Garurumon and top deck the Alter S. I tap Matt and Ty, gain a memory, and then I Air of Dragons for 3 to draw 2. And Chris plays Analog Band, tricks me to 1. I promote here, and this is actually just a straight up mistake. So if your opponent actually has an ability to de-evo your stuff, and they can potentially do it on their next turn, you want to respond to what they do. You don't want them to respond to you. So I should have just swung with this Agumon and then hard played another rookie to pass turn and force Chris to make the first move. But instead I promote and swing on with Agumon. 1000, 1 check. He dies like I wanted him to. Evo into Garu for 2, trigger Matt and Ty, play Agu back, trigger Matt and Ty, gain a memory, trigger Agumon, Scourge top 3. Add Metal and Gabumon. Trigger Garu, Evo into Greymon for 0, gain a memory and draw a card. Trigger Greymon, Evo into Wear for 1, gain a memory, trigger Wear, Evo into Metal for 1. And then I actually run out of gas. I don't have a Crest in my hand, unfortunately. So I can't even combo into Alter S. So then I just play Gabumon for 3. And Scourge top 3. I can only add one of those cards, unfortunately. And I just add the Omekamon to hand. Alright, Chris promotes. Triggers Analog Man. Trashes a Metal Greymon to gain 1, draw 1. Evo's into Numemon for 1. Evo's into Megadramon for 3. Triggers Megadramon's effect. Scourges top 3. So he tucks the Megadramon, adds the Guardramon, and trashes the other card. And then draws a card from Doraemon. Pops double Mim Boost to go to 4. Evo's into Chaosdramon for 4. Triggers Chaosdramon's effect. Tucks Metal, Megadramon, and Metal Tyrannomon at the bottom to de-evo one of my stacks by 3. De-evos my Wear down to a Gabu. And then swings at my security, triggers Megadramon to de-evo, triggers Megadramon to pop, and then triggers Megadramon to pop each rookie, and then 1 check at 12. It does crash, so he does need to detach 2 level 5s to save it. So he trashes Megadramon, Megadramon. And Evo's into Chaos X for 2, triggers Chaos X's effect, which is Chaosdramon's effect again, and just puts in 3 more sources. So he does Megadramon, Megadramon, and Metal Greymon. De-evos my stack down to a rookie. I hatch my Sunamon, and he reboots. I Evo into Agu and Raising. At this point, I'm in really big trouble, because he has de-evo 1 on swing. So even if I go into an Alter S, if I don't immediately answer his stack, he just outs my Alter S on his turn. This is why I shouldn't have promoted last turn. So I play Gabu for 3, trigger Matt and Ty, gain a memory, trigger Gabu, search top 3. I add Gray and Wear to hand. Swing on him for 1000 DP. Chris can obviously block or redirect, and I don't really care either way. I just want it off the field so I can trigger Matt and Ty. He lets it go through, I guess hoping it lives. It dies. The odds of it living are pretty low. It has to check exactly an Analog Man or a Memory Boost. I Evo into Greymon, YOLO, Matt and Ty effect, play Gabumon back, Gabu effect, Scourge top 3. I add the Crest and the Greymon, top deck the Omekamon, and no effect on Greymon. I do not have a Garu in hand. Chris hatches Dory, triggers Analog Man, trashes Metal Greymon to gain 1, draw 1. Triggers Chaosdramon effect, tucks, triggers Dory to draw, Evos into Doraemon. Swing Security. Triggers Megadramon to de-evo the Greymon, and then triggers the other two Megadramons to pop both rookies. And then it's 16k for 2 checks. So he beats over the Alteress, sadly. Evos into Guardramon for 2. At this point, I've basically lost. Not a lot I'm going to be able to do here. He plays Black Mimbu, Scourges top 4. Adds Andromon. Then reboots. I promote my Agu. Evo into Gray for 2. Trigger Matt and Tai. Play Gabu, trigger Matt and Tai, gain a memory. Trigger Gabu, Scourge top 3. Max value. Garu and Blitz. Trigger Gray, Evo into Garu for free. Draw 1, gain 1. Trigger Garu. So I actually have a little bit of a chat here. I mess up my effects. It doesn't actually end up mattering. I have full combo in my hand here. But we got distracted by a little kid that was wandering around the store and asking everybody questions in the middle of their matches. So I do Evo into the Wear. At least correctly gain the memory, even though I misorder this somehow. So Evo into Wear, Evo into Metal, Evo into Cress, and then Evo into Blitz for 0. Blitz's effect, I de-evo the Chaosdramon. And then DNA into Alteress. Attempts to bottom deck his Chaosdramon. He detaches 2 sources to protect it, obviously. So it detaches Metal Tyranno and Megadramon. And I swing Security, trash the top card, and attempt to check 1 for 15,000 DP. He triggers Analog Man to redirect, and triggers Chaosdramon effect. Detaches 2 sources to save itself, although the card from Security should be trash first. There we go. And I just play another Matt and Tai, and then reboot. I'm hoping if he doesn't somehow kill me here, I can maybe pop off again on next turn. So he promotes. He evos into another Chaosdramon X, and at this point, it's super over. Triggers Chaosdramon's effect to tuck 3 dudes. So he's going to go Megadramon, Metal Greymon, and Metal Greymon. And then de-evo my Alteress by 3 stages. And he swings Security, de-evos, and then Megadramon blows it up. And then 2 checks at big. He has only 13k, so he does have to protect itself. And then evos into Andromon after popping the Black Memory boost to swing for game, since Guardramon can't attack. So Chris does take game 2. Alright, so I make Chris go first for game 3. He hatches Doraemon. Evos into Hagurumon. Hard plays Hagurumon, triggers his effect. Trashes Metal Tyranno to draw 2 cards. I hatch my Suno. Hard play Agu, Scourge top 3. Max value here, I get Wear and Metal Greymon. And then just play Matt and Tai to set him to 4. Chris promotes. Evos into Numa for 1. Evos into Megadramon for 3. Triggers his effect, Scourges top 3. Adds the Chaosdramon to hand. And tucks the Andromon and then trashes the Machinedramon. So Chris forgets to draw from Dory here for a moment, but he catches it. There we go. And then evos into Chaosdramon for 4. Triggers Chaosdramon effect. Tucks Metal. Metal. And Metal Tyranno. And then my turn. I evo into Garu for 2. Trigger Matt and Tai, play Agu from hand. Trigger Matt and Tai to gain a memory. Trigger Agu, Scourge top 3. I add the Garu and the Blitz to hand. Trigger Garu, evo into Gray for 0, gain a memory. Trigger Gray, evo into Wear for 1, gain a memory. Trigger Wear, evo into Metal for 1. And sadly don't have a Crest, but I also don't have an Alteress in my hand either. So evo into Gabu and Raising. Evo into Blitz for 3 memory, de-evo his Chaosdramon by 1 stage. And then play Omecamon, crossing Agumon and Gabumon. So playing him for 3, triggering his effect. Evo into Blitz for 2, and then gain 2 memory back from Omecamon's inheritables. And then trigger Blitz effect to de-evo his Megadramon again. So he hatches Doraemon. Right, he evos into Metal for 3. Now I'm just hoping I don't see another Machinedramon here. And I don't. He evos into Machinedramon for 3. I'm ecstatic that it's not a Machinedramon. He triggers its effect, searches top 5. Adds Analog Man to hand. He tucks the Guardramon underneath, trashes the rest, and does forget to draw off his Doraemon this time. So I promote my Gabu. And I take this turn under the assumption I forget that Machinedramon does not have inherent protection effects. So I'm just approaching this turn as if it's a Chaosdramon for some reason. Ava Nagaru for 2. Gain 2 memory back, gain another memory back, gain another memory back off my inheritables. I play Gabu for 3. Tap Mat and Tie, gain a memory. Scourge top 3. Do get max value here. I add the Wear and the Omni. So right now I have an immediate out, but I evo into Greymon for 2. Gain a memory and then draw a card off Masuno. Trigger Greymon. Evo into Wear for 1. Gain the memory back. No effect on Wear, sadly. And right here I'm thinking about evoing into Blitz to de-evo his stack again, and then I'm like, oh wait, does he have protection? And Chris is like, no, and I'm like, oh, I am dumb. Pay 6, evo into Alter S, bot deck the Machinedramon, blow up the Hagurumon, there's 4 memory, do your worst. If I'd remember that earlier, I could have given him less memory to do that, but... So Chris evos into Doraemon and raising. Evos into Guardramon for 2. And evos into Megadramon for 4, giving me 2 memory. I hatch my Suno. Evo into Gabu. I evo into Alter S for 6. And then I gain 5 total memory back from my inheritables and draw an extra card. So I paid 1 memory to evo into Alter S, which is pretty nice. Then I swing on him, trash top, check 1 for 15. Swing on him, trash top, check 1 for 15. Then swing with the rookie, or the champion, I should say, and then swing for game. So we do take it 2-1, but I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy seeing this kind of content. Want to come back for more. But until next time, see ya.